Have you ever heard the Taylor Swift song Welcome to New York? In 2017, 2018, and 2019, when I first started going into New York City, Manhattan, for the first time in my life, I thought of New York as a magical place. I thought of New York where like anything could happen. I thought the world was my oyster. Yes, I was anxious going to the Fountain House, but it was like, you know what? I'm walking to a psychosocial clubhouse in New York, man. I'm walking in Penn Station and past the Port Authority terminal and in Hell's Kitchen where the homeless hang out. In New York, man. I'm walking in horrible neighborhoods and where the severely mentally ill hang out. In New York, man. And, unfortunately, although I liked New York at the time, I had an accident on January 2020. I stepped on something that might have been a hypodermic needle in New York, man. I took HIV PrEP and became traumatized and became afraid of the criminals and debris on the ground in New York, man. Just because something is cliche, just because something is, a cheesy narrative like, oh, New York, the lights will blind you, just because that's the case, it doesn't mean it's not cool, I was like, I felt like I was Mr. New York walking past the Port Authority bus terminal and seeing all the homeless people and, going into the psychosocial clubhouse. I felt like I was Mr. Suave, Mr. New York, Mr. I Love New York, But realistically, I was a tourist, and I wound up having an accident, and now I'm afraid of New York, man. I can't go into New York, man. Because I'm afraid of getting assaulted, and I'm afraid of stepping on debris.